Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to my next episode playing on the Welsknight Patreon server. I am Mar, we're here at the end, and we've got more TNT to make. It's a never-ending struggle. We left off with, I believe we left off in the last episode with a half-full chest right here. These are still empty. I went out and got more sand yesterday with Wither, and so we've got a full double chest, almost a full double chest, and then almost full, a completely full, and a completely full. So that's more or less 6 double chests of sand. I'm hoping that'll be enough to maybe fill these two. I'm not quite sure. My estimate was to fill up the last of these about 20-ish double chests of sand. So I figure, you know, 6 of them is about a third of it. So I'm hoping we can finish up these 2 chests here and then have to go out and get enough sand for these as well. I also have some gunpowder in here. Looks like we got 2 double chests there. I don't think there's any in these. Oh, there's another double chest and a little bit there. I think all of these are empty. But that's fine because the sand at this point is going to be a lot harder than the gunpowder. I still haven't even gone and gotten everything that Steel volunteered for us. It's the sand that's really holding us up. So let me go ahead and craft up all of the sand, the 6 double chests or thereabouts of sand, see how far we can go with the TNT here, and I'll be right back. Well, we're getting closer for sure. I was able to finish out this chest like I wanted, and I almost got this one full. Almost. I did have to run to Steel's to get more gunpowder, but we've once again run out of sand. We've got 2 bits left, and then we've got a double, and about a little over half of a double chest of gunpowder still. Of course, Steel Toad still has globs of gunpowder, so we're probably good. Between what he's donating and what we're getting from a couple other people, so it's really just the sand that are holding up. So that's going to be something I'm going to continue to chip away at, as we go along. So 6 double chests, well, almost 6, is about 5.5 double chests of sand was almost enough for, well, it's kind of in the neighborhood of like 1.5 double chests, maybe. So I mean, 12, 13 maybe double chests of sand should probably finish it off, I would say. Pretty close, anyway. With about, I don't know, 17 or so double chests of gunpowder, and we've got 2.5 right there. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. We're almost there. Once we do finish all of this TNT stuff, I'm going to, well, we're going to have to fill all of these, but we're probably going to wait for the day of. We don't want an accidental firing of the TNT until we're ready for it. Although I don't know if there's a master switch in here anywhere. So yeah, we're gonna have to, once we get the TNT, we're gonna have to fill all of these dispensers, and then just empty your mailbox. I have more gunpowder to offload. I just did. I got a double chest, or no, a single chest worth of gunpowder from Lost in my mailbox. But yeah, we're gonna have to fill all these dispensers with gunpowder or with TNT, and then probably on a weekend, I'm thinking, we'll be doing all the banging and whatnot. So it's gonna go boom. It's gonna be a slideshow because the frame rate is gonna be non-existent pretty much. But yeah, so looking pretty good. I'm gonna head back to my base because that's where I want to work today. I actually have a project that's sort of planned, as in it's planned in my head, but it's not actually planned in reality. So I need to hop over there and make sure I have the resources for it. So I'm here at the end, and I'm at a part of the end that I have actually never been to before, and it's a little bit of a weird area of the end. As you can see at the top, we have a boss bar, Gru Room. We have a name-tagged Wither way down there, and it is essentially just a Wither Rose farm. So the Endermen spawn, go to their deaths, and you get Wither Roses from them, or at least a chance for Wither Rose. Yo, you two, you need to take turns. You can't both fit in there at the same time. One of you's got to give way. Well, this is gonna be interesting. Oh, they just passed right through. Well, that's good. Good to see that. Anyway, I'm here to get 13 or 13.5, 14, somewhere along in there, stacks of Wither Roses. And then I am going to head back to the base to work on today's project. And I already did some work at the base. I took actually the same blocks, glass and stone bricks, and I completely covered the walls of my iron farm, because a lot of it was still just raw, you know, smooth stone and regular stone and granite and diorite and andesite and gravel and dirt and all that stuff. So now it looks a lot cleaner, and I'll show you that once we get back to the base. And that's mostly just in preparation for adding more farms and whatnot. Because I want to, my plan is, for that chamber anyway, has been to build farms going all the way down to the bottom. And, you know, building various platforms around to them. So that's kind of what I'm going for. So once I finish getting the wither roses that I need, I will head back to base and meet you there. Looks like Morg was here recently. Stole my sign. Yes, he did. Well, here is the progress I made on the iron farm. Obviously, the ground still has, you know, diorite and stone and whatnot in it. But the walls themselves are completely, well, more or less completely finished. I have temporarily put up these torches so that we can see what's going on down there. Eventually, of course, the lighting from, you know, the rooms themselves should be sufficient anyway. At some point, I'll clean up the floor as well. I think I want to put what I'm planning on building here on the very bottommost layer right there. Because my understanding is that spawning works best at low levels, and, well, that's about as low as we can go, as far as, you know, the design works. And I didn't count it exactly. I think it's like 29 across, so that's where I got as many wither roses as I did. Now, I did take a look at Steel Toad's farm, same design. I don't really know how to build it. Like, he's like, oh, it's easy, oh, it's simple. I took a look, I was like, oh, my brain hurts. I mean, it is simple, but I don't know. It may be a little tricky. Now, the first thing I need to do is dig it out. It's just gonna be a flat surface in there, with a minecart rail system going underneath it. So I need to make a bunch of rails, powered rails and normal rails as well. For the collection system, and then I think I'm going to feed it into the collection system that is underneath the lava here, because the iron from the iron farm and the poppies as well, you know, that's where that generates, and they go along a hopper chain along this way, and then into a water elevator all the way up, well, right to here, all the way up to here, and then it shoots over here and gets sorted. And at some point, the existing mob loot from this mob farm gets put into the same circuit so that it all fills into these chests here. Now, the reason why I wanted to build this farm is because it's supposed to, you know, it sounds like it'll do better rates than this farm will. And this farm, the redstone keeps breaking. I'm hoping I won't have that problem over there. There's not really, last I checked anyway, there's no update on the ticket. I'm not really expecting one anytime soon, to be honest. But there's no update on the ticket, so for now, my redstone just keeps on breaking, so I think I want to put it down here. Put a new farm down here and see if that can't, you know, increase the drop rate of my resources, because like the gunpowder in particular, this is my source of rockets, and I need to make sure that this keeps going. The rest of it is, of course, you know, useful, except, you know, those not useful at all. But I definitely want to keep the gunpowder going along. So I'm going to do some digging down here and double check once more Steel Toad's farm design, make sure I understand the concept completely, and then I will be right back. Alright, so I've been digging and building in here for quite a while. I'm not sure quite how long, but I'm pretty sure it's been quite a while. I got a random cat spawn, but I don't have any fish to feed it, so it keeps trying to run away from me. I'm not trying to chase you down, but you keep going everywhere I want to go. So I've gotten the primary area dug out, essentially. This too-high, large chamber. It has a 5-block perimeter with buttons up on top of everything. And then it has this row of slabs and full blocks that I'm putting in. And then it has 27. I thought it was 29, but it turned out to actually only be 27. So it has a 27 by 27 dirt floor interior. And the dirt is where we're going to be planting the wither roses. And that everything will be spawning on. Cat, you have got to get out of here. You're going to be trapped in here, and when I start putting down the wither roses, it's not going to be good. Let's try and herd the cat out. Alright, cat. Nope. Other way, cat. Alright, gotta go that. Okay, I have to eat first, otherwise that ain't gonna happen. Alright, come on, keep going. Go, go, yep. Keep running, keep running, keep running. Keep going. Yep, out, out, out. There you go. That's the ticket. Let's put this in so that it can't get back in. Yeah. Oh, no, don't go that way. That's a bad idea, kitty. That's a bad idea. You don't want to go in the water. It will be a bad time for Kitty if you go in the water. So yeah, it's got buttons all the way around. We do have the entire dirt floor is placed. You can't really quite see it all. I do need to go in there and put the wither roses down, but I feel like activating the farm, which is putting down the wither roses and removing the torches, that'll be the last thing I do, I think, because I still need to go underneath and dig out another layer of this so that I can put down the rail lines. So that's going to be quite an ordeal as well. I had that poor cat. Maybe I should try and get some fish and tame it so it doesn't, like... I just have a feeling it's going to run out here, get caught up by the water, and go into the Happy Fun Sauce. So, let's see. I need to keep on digging. I need to dig underneath here. I think I need to dig out 2 blocks worth underneath. A layer, well, not even really that much. Just 1 block would do it, but, you know, I'm not 1 block tall unless I'm in crawl mode, so... I'll probably just do 2 blocks. Well, maybe if I can get myself into a swimming, like into a crawling position. The problem is my beacon doesn't extend this far. I have to go right to here in order to get my beacon buff, which I guess is doable, but it's not ideal. There's got to be something I can do to get around this. Maybe if I dig a hole like right here or something, with a trapdoor to force me into a crawl position and go underneath or something like that. That might be possible. And then all I have to do is come over here, get the buff, then go into the hole and keep going. That might not be a bad idea, actually. But regardless, I need to keep on digging, and then I'll be able to bring you back in a little bit with an update. Well, I have done so much digging that I had to come over here and repair both of my picks. Both of my shovels were pretty much dead too from all the sand I gathered yesterday. So I have just left the ender. We don't have... It isn't set up to automatically dispose of the ender pearls. You kind of have to manually move them from the collection area into the garbage bin, basically. And you're supposed to AFK until they're all gone so that it doesn't back up. I was just like, you know what? We've got a hole in the floor over here with a trapdoor. I just filled up my inventory, went over to the trapdoor, and chucked them all down. So that was a lot faster than AFKing for it. I'm heading back to the base now, though, now that my tools are completely, I mean, like, everything is repaired up. So I'm just gonna head back to the base and keep on digging. I think I've come up with an idea of probably what's the best way to do it. Honestly, I probably did it the hard way the first time. I think if I just come in here and dig up all the dirt that I put down, I know that's a lot of dirt that I'm going to have to replace afterward, but it's really quick to mine dirt as opposed to stone, especially if I don't have, you know, the beacon effect. So all I need to do is I need to come in here, strip out all the dirt, take out the layer of stone underneath that, put rail lines on that stone, and then put the dirt back, and that's it. So it should be relatively simple compared to what it could be. So I'm going to go ahead and work on this, and I'll bring you back in a bit. Alright, so I think I've managed to figure out a system that is going to work for us. Now, it is a little bit... I mean, it's very large. This is a lot of space for these minecarts to be covering. So there may end up being some loss. I don't know whether I'd have to add in like a 3rd and 4th minecart in order to collect everything before it all goes poof. I'm hoping that these 2 are enough and that the hoppers down there are fast enough to keep up with them. But basically, when they come up from the unloader, they're going to shoot off onto either side. And then they're going to start zigzagging back and forth and back and forth. And then when they reach the middle, they're going to go back towards the unloader like that one is right now. Of course, it doesn't have anything to actually unload right now. If it did have something to unload, it would come to a stop on top of that detector rail, unload its goods, and then it'd go whooshing back off on its merry little way. Now, I did lower this cart's final turn a little bit, hoping, I want to try and prevent them from colliding with each other on this final turn on the off chance that they happen to meet there at some point. So hopefully we shouldn't have to worry about any collisions here. So there, you just saw what happened with that cart. Now let's go into spectate and take a look at the redstone. So we've got a lot. I added a bunch of hoppers. And right here I have hopper minecarts that have been embedded inside of gravel. Sand would work too, either way. Or you could use a piston to shove a solid block in there, like a block that isn't going to fall. But I find sand and gravel to be easier because they'll fall just by gravity. And then you've got some comparators, repeaters, and redstone torches and fence gates set up in such a way that it will carry the signal around. And it's tileable, so one doesn't activate the other. Which is good. This design is really simple. I found it on, well, I found a variant of it anyway on the wiki page. But I found my personal change was adding the minecart, the hopper minecarts right here. For some reason, it didn't seem to be unloading like at all, really, without them. So I added those in, and well, originally I tried hoppers, and then I swapped them out for the minecarts, the hopper minecarts, so that it would unload quicker. Because while those carts are out there, this can just be sitting here unloading what it brought, as opposed to that minecart there sitting here for like 10 million years, while stuff out there is just sitting doing nothing. So I want to keep those minecarts out on the field as much as possible when, you know, once the farm is active. So what I need to do now is put in all the dirt, because I had taken it out so that I could do all the redstone-y bits. I need to put in the dirt, put in the wither roses, and then I think I'm done. I think this project, hopefully it works. Hopefully we don't end up with losses. I guess even if we do get losses, I mean, we're going to be getting more than we're getting right now, you know what I mean? Because it's some amount of loot from this farm has got to be better than no farm at all. So I'm hoping it'll be a good amount, though. I hope we don't get a whole lot of losses. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in the layer of dirt on the same line as you can see this granite and those torches. And then I will put down the wither roses, and we can see how it goes. Alright, so here it is, the completed build. There's my little camera account sitting right there. I was bringing it down to take a look at the farm while I was up above. I can get some really good rates in here. I have to find the sweet spot that I need to stand at in order to get them, though. It's kind of finicky. Way up there seems to be the best location. Part of the problem, though, is if you come down here, I still have an unlit cave system here, and I believe the edge of this abandoned mineshaft is just barely within spawn range, I guess. I was seeing a couple mobs temporarily anyway spawn in there. This cave itself was getting a fair few of them. Of course there's none now since I'm in spectate. My camera counts, of course, in spectate. But yeah, I now have two cats wandering around in here. There's a white one there and the orange looking one there. But yeah, so I think this is going to work. I think it's going to work pretty well. Now I had two, I don't know like what the ratio of like creepers to any other mob is, but I had like 2.5 stacks. I'm wondering how much. I mean, it was only active for like 5 minutes, but we already got a whole stack in those 5 minutes. Wow, okay. Yeah, this is gonna work well once I finish lighting up my caves and I find like the sweet spot to AFK at. Once we get to that point, I think this here is going to be very beneficial. Another problem is at nighttime, the surface gets really spawned up, and I've got these pillager guys camping out here. I went out here and tried to kill as many as I could. Apparently I missed some. But if I could like torch spam my mountain here, that would probably help as well, because what they do is they just come up here and spawn, and if I put my AFK spot up here, all the mobs are going to be spawning on the surface instead of down below where they need to be. I need to do torch spam like I have going on over here, I guess. or maybe just hide like low stone or sea lanterns underneath bushes in the terrain itself. That way it still looks kind of halfway decent. But that'll be kind of a grindy thing that I'll have to take care of off camera. For now, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the episode here. It is actually after midnight, and I have to get the episode rendered and everything so that you guys can watch it in the morning. I'm going to be up so late. It's just this project took way longer than I thought it would. I have been working on this for about 5 hours. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I hope you keep on coming back for more as we continue to add more more farms to the base. I would like to get a zero-tick farm for what is it, bamboo, so that we could get a nice supply of like sticks coming in. I like my sticks, you know. Gotta use sticks in practically everything, right? I would like to get a bamboo farm if we can. I'm not sure what else there is, but I'm sure we'll think of something. I mean, we need to fill all these glass chambers down here. So if you guys have any ideas about farms or anything like that that we should add to the base, let me know. I'm totally welcome, or like open to suggestions. But until next time, I hope you have a fantastic time, and I will see you later. Bye!